It's me, Uttermost Ghost, your friendly host, broadcasting to you from this ethereal post to entertain you to the utmost. Or as at most as I am possibly able upon this day. Hello, King Necros. Thank you for being both last and first. Thank you for enjoying the Pokemon. I couldn't help myself. I get pumped with that song. And I'm very excited. I'm very excited indeed. Now, there is a small problem today. I'm pretty sure that Pete's Possum, the one and only thing that we desperately want to play today, doesn't come out for like another hour. So I don't have the game yet. This game plans to unlock in approximately less than an hour. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I am gonna have... Oh, that would be a bad idea. The other thing, right? The other thing. I'll have it over here. The other thing is that I might get a code for it. Probably not, because I'm a little late to that party, unfortunately. But there's a non-zero chance. There's a non-zero chance that we will... Hi, Thrice, how's it going? Well, that's fine. We're writing Pokemon, the Pokemon games. So, you can judge me on that. But we'll get there. Thank you for hearing out Thrice. Thrice is amazing, and you guys should go follow him if you're not already, because he is a great friend, and very funny, and a wonderful content creator, and I love hanging out in his streams. I don't always get to, but, you know. Yeah. We're gonna rate the Pokemon games. There is a chance. There's a chance, guys. There's a chance I get a code for Pizza Possum. I don't think it's a high chance. I think it's a very small chance. Cause they... Hi, Marcel! How's it going? Okay, I'm just not gonna look at my email while we're doing this. I'm just not gonna... By the way, I was looking at my email cause I got a, well, I asked for a code for Pizza Possum. They had, I think it was a bot. I think I'm getting spam on my business Ghostie account, which I'm sad about. No, cavity! I have many cavities. The last time I went to the dentist was in 2021. And they were like, you have cavities. We have to do your cavities. But they kept sending me emails and then calling me. And then they started calling Goji to be like, hey, your wife needs to come back in. And, out of spite, I just haven't come back. Like, I need to go, right? But I have no pain. My tooths are strong. We should be fine. Oh yeah, we do still have... Because they kept calling me. They would call me. They would be like a week later, right? Also, they're in the next town over. Because our town, Redacted, doesn't have a wheelchair lift. And I can't stairs. And you have to stairs to get into Redacted's, dentist office. So the next town over that has a McDonald's and is like I was about to say 140 hours away, like 2 hours away. It has a wheelchair lift, but it's in the next town over. And so we have to plan days. I'm gonna turn on my webcam music because I don't think you guys can really hear it. Like, just slightly. Like that. You guys can hear it better? Don't use spite, use that. Well, no, because it takes a whole ordeal to go over to that one. And, yeah. And, usually it has to be on a day that Goji's working on that town. And so it has to be like, I have to leave with him. And we have to go there. Oh, Darian! Hello, how's it going? And so when they're calling me like 3 days in a row and going, hey Ghostie, come back like today. I'm like, no, can't make me. Also next year, dentists will be covered under the Canada Health Act, which means that they'll be covered by taxes, which means that we don't have to pay for dentists. So I hang out for 1 more year. Oh yeah, before tea and honey? I hope your throat stops trying to murder you soon. Oh, speaking of idiots and weirdness and denying things, Goji had his first run-in with an idiot. Tea and honey stopped during age ago. No! I'm sorry. Shut. You highly doubt what? What do you highly doubt, Varzel? Okay, he's had run, but this particular kind of idiot he has not had a run-in with before. He didn't think they existed. Yeah, you need to be calling a doctor, Altarian. So you deserve to get better. So, Goji, okay, we had his parents over on Monday, and so we had leftovers on Tuesday, so we didn't have to go to the grocery store, so he went to the grocery store yesterday. And Goji wears a mask. He wears a mask in public because I am Bubble Girl. I am Bubble Posh. I have no B cells, so I gotta be super careful. And I was told that even if COVID had never been a thing, we would have to start masking like now, right? So Goji has been wearing masks for since masking started being a thing. He just got, bubblesome. So Goji was going to the grocery store, and he was like, yeah, I walked in the grocery store, I was going to get a cart, and this guy just walks up and goes, bleh, and then walks away. He was like, well, that was weird. Keeps doing this thing. Hey, Nap, thank you for hat pats, how are you? We're gonna be doing a Pokemon game tier list in a second, but I'm telling a story about Goji dealing with a particular idiot.
Now Elver is first.
Yay! Parcel, are you still dealing with the thing where you can't even use channel points? Aww, you taking headache medicine? Did you reach out to Twitch support? I have no idea how to fix it. But, well, I hope you have a wonderful day, Neff. Okay, so, dude did a weird, like, leaned his head out in front of Goji and stuck his tongue out and went, bleh, and then walks away. And Goji's like, well, that was weird. Grabs his grocery cart, goes to his grocery shops. And then Buddy finds him in another part of the grocery store and takes a fucking picture. Just takes a picture of Goji, who's just doing his grocery shopping. Like, not talking to anyone. And Goji, like, looks over at him and is like, what's up, bud? And he was like, thanks. I am gonna show my friends that idiots still exist in the world. Idiots like you still exist. And Goji's like, I'm wearing a mask because my wife has no immune system. Have to wear a mask even if COVID had never been a thing. And Buddy goes, oh, sorry. And just leaves. Just fucking leaves. Just fucking... Now, I've dealt with people making comments and being rude, because when I'm out, the rare times that I'm out, even though I'm in a wheelchair and clearly sick, right? Yeah, I'm glad he didn't, like, then shout at Goji, but like, the fuck, dude? Goji's just doing his grocery shopping, not messing with anyone. The fact he's wearing a piece of clothing and that somehow affects this man. Yeah. Well, no, he's had people, like, make jokes, but he's not had people, like, stalk him in the grocery store and take fucking pictures. Like, people go up and be like, haha, Halloween's over. And he's like, but my wife's still sick. And that's the thing, right? I don't know. People are just not, like, okay, if you don't think that COVID's an issue, that's your problem. I don't, it's not my problem, it's your problem. Okay? But, and I would get him being like, oh, look at this weirdo. If Goji was going around to everyone being like, why aren't you mad? You're hurting me. You know, but it's not, right? Yeah. Exactly. People have various needs to wear masks. Like, we can't even go to our family's Thanksgiving this year because so many people are going to be there and nobody's taking precautions. And I want to see everybody, and Goji wants to see everybody. But I'm, like, a cold can put me in the hospital. That's the state that I'm at, right? I have to get my pneumonia vaccine. I have to get the new COVID booster, and I have to get my flu shot before I can, like, really hang out with a lot of people. And the new booster isn't available here yet. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't even get to be around people I love and want to be around. I don't know. I get annoyed. I don't. Again, like, you deal with you, right? You do you. But leave other people alone. Literally leave the people alone who aren't fucking bothering you, right? I don't know. People are weird. And the fact that he took a picture too. I'm like, Goji, you're gonna end up on some guy's socials. And he was like, I hope not. Because then I'm gonna have to get the law involved. But, yeah. And I told my friend about it, and she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a post on Redacted's Facebook. I was like, don't escalate. Ghostie sad. There's nothing on the subject of family. Yeah! Went to France with a newborn. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah, no. We've had families who do that. Yeah, no, I agree, Barzil. It's like, you do you. Again, you do you. I'm not gonna hold a gun to your head and make you do things. I just want to be left alone. Like, when I'm out in my wheelchair and I have a mask on, and clearly wheelchair possum, and people are like, like, fucking sheep. It's like, nah. Dude, I'm the only one here wearing a mask. If I was a sheep, I wouldn't have a mask on. Yeah, no, I totally understand. I get mad. I think I get rightfully mad, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. Possum could be wrong. Okay. Before we do the thing, I gotta tell y'all about September, because this is the last week of September. Yeah! Hell yeah! So, these are all our September goals. I didn't update this, because we did get the 20. So we will be getting new animated emotes. If we get to 30, then we'll be trying Fall 1. 40 You Laugh You Lose stream. Still not sure whether I'm gonna do Bean Boozle or Salmiak for punishment if I laugh. If we get there. 50 is a dedicated 6-hour stream. 60 is an attempt at playing Baldur's Gate 1. Not gonna say playthrough because I don't think I could play through it. And 70 would be full stream. No, undecided what exactly that means yet. 5,000 bits, which we are dreadfully close to. Not dreadfully. But it's reachable. We're gonna do Pokemon Closing. First, nah! Well, we'd have to get to 40, which I don't think we're gonna do. I don't think you're gonna do it. I don't think you guys can do it. I do think we can get to Pokemon Coliseum. Okay, have fun with Player 3. I don't think you can. And don't ruin yourself financially to do it. Don't do it. We get to 8,000 bits. We're gonna play a Resident Evil. I'm not sure whether we're gonna do old style Resident Evil, like the remake, or whether we're gonna do one of the new ones. I'll run a poll if we get to that. And if we get to 10,000 bits, I will do a karaoke stream. And as you can see, there are individual rewards. 500 bits gets you a safe for work tweet on my Twitter, and also Blue Sky because I now have that too. 10,000 bits, I do a scuff past drawing for you. 5 gift subs, I tell you a personal ghost story that happened in my life. I have a surprising amount of those. 10 gift subs, your name gets added to the Luigi board, which is not a Ouija board unless you want it to be. If you do not want it to be a Ouija board, then it is a board with a picture of Luigi. I will show you guys if we ever get to Curse Stream. You will see the Luigi board, what it is. It's just literally a board with a picture of Luigi in it. Why heartbroken? And if you want it on the Ouija board, then I will put your name on the Ouija board that we will use during the curse stream that I have already ordered. And it is in the mail. Okay, did it. We did it. We did it. I did it. Me, the possum. Okay. Browser. There we go. Okay. How many well, it says on... Oh, I didn't add it here. Hold on. Let me add it. I was like, it says on the thing at the top, but it doesn't. I didn't have it there. Where did I need it? Did I need it this? I did. Okay. Give me a check. There we go. Get it. Went to sleep player 3. She was playing with mommy. All like, love Papa. And all cute stuff. And then laughing and trying to hide. Aww. I went to basically do a joke of, you're talking a lot of stuff for someone kissing Rain before showering her with kisses. No! Help. Aww. Aww. Nah! She's calling you good. She love you. She love you. She's just being silly.
I'm here, and I brought drugs.
Cat Dog, thank you for being subscribed for 13 months. That's almost a year. I gotta stop doing that joke because it is over a year. Okay, so tier list. Game tier list. Thank you, I really appreciate it. So we're gonna go ahead and put all the haven't played and haven't played. Because I think... Wait. I can't. These are small. And Ghostie is blind. We did platinum. Wow. Well, I see. I see. And that go. Okay, we're gonna do a stream of Fallout 1, maybe a full playthrough. Gun Dog, thank you for 10,000. 10,000? 1,000 bits! I gotta do another scuff boss for you. So we are gonna be playing Pokemon Colosseum. Okay, let me fix this. Let me fix these things. We have to edit them because we gotta update them for the new goals. Pokemon Colosseum! And well, we have to do Silent Hill 2, we gotta do Pokemon Colosseum, we gotta do Fallout 1. Okay. So the next goal. Okay. The subscriber goal. 7. Next. Oh no, this is the bit goal. Next bit goal is 8,000. And it is Resident Evil. Okay, so there's that one. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. God damn it. Lesson learned. Okay. Okay. We're gonna be doing your laugh, you lose. Okay, so this is now. Now we're at the 6-hour stream goal here. There we go. There we go. No, we are gonna do a Yola. See, I'm not sure. We have to decide. I have to decide. Me, the possum. Whether we are going to whether we're gonna do user submitted you left use or just like find compilations. I think user submitted. Okay, good. And I'm just putting these putting the ones that I haven't done and haven't played. I'm also gonna be grouping them up. So for instance, if we're doing like heart gold, soul silver, and gold and silver, those are essentially, they're not the exact same game, but they're essentially right. So we'll be putting those in the same tier. Or like red and blue are gonna go with fire red and leaf green. That sort of thing. Oh, and yellow. Don't bully me. Or emerald will go with, where is they? Ruby and stuff. Where is they? Did I just ask where is they? Platinum goes with diamond and pearl. That sort of stuff. I did make it better. And I am gonna rate Arceus because I have played it off stream. We will play it on stream at some point. But let's get to rating. Okay. So we're just gonna do. Actually, I'm gonna do it in order that we played them. Which one had Suicune on the front of it? Which one is this? I don't understand. I'm blind. Okay, so I am blind. Hello, I'm blind. I'm gonna open up release order just so I know. So will I have it? So I am like I said, grouping like red and blue and yellow with fire red and leaf green, because we played fire red instead of doing a here we go. Now you guys can see what I do. What the flip you meant? I made a poorly thought out threat. Challenge. So we will be doing you left you. By the way, King Necros, do you want your name on a Luigi board or on the Ouija board? Well, Hype Train's gone now. No more Hype Train. Go ahead, tell me whether you want a Luigi board or a Ouija board. And I'll be drawing another Scuff... No, Scuffboss? Did you Scuff? Yes, another Scuffboss for ground out. Next time. You want the Ouija board? Mama Necros didn't raise no coward? Good. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna be using this as my guide of where to go, right? Okay, Suicune was crystal, and that's why I was very confused. Silver, gold, and crystal are the same game. Got it. Sweet. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Ghostie is sated. The fuck is this one though? Is this a revamp? No, I'm just dumb. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna put... Okay. I don't dislike the original Pokemon games. I think they're pretty cool. But I don't have the connection with them that a lot of people do. So, remember, this is my opinion. My opinion. Okay, so... But because they did create the whole thing to begin with, I am going to put them in A tier. So everything that like these three I'm considering on the same tier. I do actually think that yellow is a little less good because it forces you to take Pikachu. So I'm gonna put it in B tier. Forces you to take Pikachu. Can't cotton to that shit. So then we have Gold and Silver and Crystal. Those will be put in the same thing as Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I actually like a lot of the new Pokemon in Gold and Silver. However, it doesn't feel like its own game. It feels like a DLC or an expansion. So for me, I didn't enjoy it as much as somebody who might have enjoyed it if they got it at the time. Because I only played it later, right? I actually only played it after I was hanging out with Goji. So I will put them in C tier. I like a lot of the things about it, but but there are other things I'm just like, meh. If that makes sense? It makes me sad. Ghostie is sad. I'm checking on Pizza Possum. It's not open yet. I did enjoy. I actually enjoyed like Fire Red more than I enjoyed Heart Gold. I know this is controversial, but I think and therefore I enjoyed. I actually okay. Janine not sure if your kid is a sadist or empathic beyond belief. Her one game she likes to play nowadays is asking mommy to cry so she can get... Okay, that's just normal. That's just normal for children's. They like doing that and then like being nice is how they learn to socialize. I know weird stuff about child rearing besides, well, but without having any children of my own. Okay, back to this. This is the first Pokemon game I owned. I grew up in a household where my parents bought us game consoles and things like that. And bought us games, and actually sat down and watched us play and played with us. Despite a lot of bad things that my parents did, that was something that they did that I really enjoyed, and I'm very appreciative of. However, because of the game consoles having multiple save spots on a game, when they bought the Game Boy for my brother, they didn't understand that a lot of Game Boy games only have one save slot. So, they bought him Pokemon Red. And he obviously wouldn't let his tiny little sister play with it because she's gonna fucking mess up its game. So, they bought me Pokemon Yellow. It was actually a very nice gift because that year my one auntie that I do very much like and identify with, because she also wants to live in the woods and never have people bother her. I have an aunt who's a badass. She gave me... Okay, do you guys know... Let me see if I can find it. It was like a Pikachu... It was a Pikachu toy. It was Fat Pikachu. And he had electronics, and you would press his little hands, and his cheeks would light up, and his ears would wiggle, and he'd go, Pika! That was the one time that I liked Pikachu. I like Fat Pikachu, okay? I don't like this new, like, this Pikachu, no, bad Pikachu. This Pikachu, good Pikachu. Okay? So I was given the little Pikachu, you squeeze his hands, and you go, Pika! And the Pokemon Yellow. Fat Pikachu, best Pikachu. Premium original games are B, Yellow is C. See, I know, and that's the thing. This is my personal opinion. I put the original games in A tier just because it's like they created the whole thing, and I actually enjoy them more than I enjoy Gold and Silver, because to me, playing them significantly removed from when they were originally released. I actually didn't like Gold, Silver, and all of that as much because it felt like more of an expansion pack or a DLC than it did a new I don't know. And I get that. I get that in the grand scheme of Pokemon games. Pokemon Gold and Silver and Crystal were very good. And they were a very good step forward, and a lot of kids really enjoyed them, especially Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But I didn't connect with them in the same way that I think you're supposed to. So sorry. My hair's getting everywhere. So, this is your current placement. And I probably should actually put Pokemon Yellow with the rest of them because that was the one I played when I was a small baby child. And I did enjoy it. Added so much to the game. Well, see, that's the thing, right? I didn't... Because I played them much removed, and I didn't play them at the time, to me, Gold and Silver did not feel like that much of a jump. And as you guys watched as I played through the Pokemon games, I rarely use the hold item system. which is a failure on my part because it really should. And I know that Gold and Silver brought us the my Rattata is in the top percent of Rattata, but could be the reason. Yeah. And I think because I was talking to Goji about this a long time ago when I was like, I'm gonna play through all the Pokemon games on stream, and he was like, okay, because playing the games when they're released in the context of that time period does give you needed context. How I played the games on stream is not actually the way that the games are meant to be enjoyed. These games are meant for a child or a person to have kind of with them at all times. The first game that I had that with was Pokemon X and Y. We'll get to that. But all of the other games that I played, aside from everything that came after X and Y, I played removed from their original context. Which, in one way, is very nice because I get to experience them all very quickly. But in another way, it's not as good, because I never had them with me all the time to experience, to search out. I'm sitting in an age where I can just look up where I want to go, and so I don't actually get invested in them as much, right? I think you guys could also see that in my playthroughs. With the older games, I was very much like, okay, we go here, we do that. Whereas with Scarlet and Violet, with Sun and Moon, I was very much like, oh, let's just go out and play this, right? Ah, nice! See, Goji, I think his first was Silver or Gold, and he had it, and he just played all the time, like, on his own. So to him, like, that's a really good game. It's a really amazing game, right? And I don't disagree that it's a very good game. But I don't know. Okay. So after those, Ruby and Sapphire. So we didn't play Ruby and Sapphire. We played Emerald. And actually, I'm just gonna move all of the original games down to A tier or B tier. Cause here's the thing. I really liked Emerald. I liked it because it had an entirely new cast of Pokemon. Pretty much. With some mainstays, but pretty much it was the entirely new cast of Pokemon. And I really enjoyed going through that and like figuring out a new team that I liked. I'm not reading these on the story because Pokemon story to me is not that intricate. Like, it's kind of divorced in my mind from the gameplay. Because aside from what team you build, it doesn't actually matter. The story, especially for the, this might be controversial, especially for the first few generations, doesn't fucking matter. Yeah. I was a little disappointed with Sword and Shield that they added in so many older Pokemon. And I kind of just wanted new Pokemon. Like I appreciate in Scarlet and Violet that they re-added a lot of the X and Y Pokemon that didn't get carried forward, because it makes sense. The regions are supposed to be right next to each other. I do wish that there had been less older type of Pokemon. I don't know, because the way that these regions connect is, in my mind, should be important. It makes sense that pretty much, well, yes, all of the ones that were in Generation 1 are in Generation 2, because they're based on different regions of Japan, right? Hi, Browsby, how's it going? I hope you're having a good day. So that makes sense to me. I like that Emerald and Ruby and Sapphire just had like completely new cast. I enjoyed that. I am sad that Ghosts didn't get their due until later on. Well, you know. Also, even though Mimikyu is pretty much one of my favorite Pokemon, I do not think that Mimikyu makes sense being in multiple regions. Mustering the hunger to... I'm good. I haven't had food today. If you guys saw on my socials or in my Discord, and if you're not part of the Discord and want to be, !Discord, and I'll add your potatoes, your ranks when I get back on Discord later. I've said this before, I don't like being on Discord while I stream, because if somebody adds me in the server or messages me, I get distracted and I'm like, oh no, I have to respond to this now. And if that link doesn't work, I will make a move. I'll have to. There's some Pokemon, yeah, like the bird Pokemon makes sense to be in multiple regions. But I personally, Zubats are kind of annoying. Even though it makes sense that Zubats would be in multiple regions, they are annoying. I wish, like, I love Mimikyu, but if Mimikyu's whole thing is a specific toy that was thrown away and wishes to be loved and therefore became, like, constructed this costume, I think that it needs to only be in one region. Not to say I didn't create a Mimikyu repopulation plan on my first original playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield. No, it was the Shield one, where I just bred hundreds of Mimikyu and traded them away. I did do that. But I feel like a lot of Pokemon lore and things like that is based on things that don't make sense, because it's like, oh, Cubone always has its mother's skull. Well, what if you have multiple Cubone? When does it get the mother's skull? Does the mother die upon birth? Does it get the skull from that? What happens if you breed two Cubone? Where does that skull come from? And I don't think it's meant to make sense. I think that a lot of these stories are meant to be like, oh, that was a cool story. That's what I think. But I do appreciate that Emerald had like an entirely new. Entei Birth is just the worst slot. Exactly. Exactly, I agree. A lot of this stuff makes absolutely no sense. Okay, Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Now, we played Platinum. I actually really enjoyed Platinum. It was another one of those games where I don't remember whether it had a fully new cast of Pokemon. I don't think it did. But it had some good new ghosts. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Thin layers that can peel apart. Ah! Fucking weird. And how does it change? I really enjoyed Pokemon Platinum. Okay. It was frustrating to me when I played it on my own. When I played it on my DS, it frustrated the hell out of me. Because, when you had, like, the, what are they even called? What name are they? Give me a second. Is Pizza Possum open yet? Pizza Possum, I want to buy you. Yes, it is. Fuck you, I'm buying this. Actually, I should check to make sure that I don't have a code before I buy it. Cause I did ask for a code. I did put my name in a hat, but I did not get code. Okay. I'll make sure this is safe, and I'm gonna close this. Okay. We're gonna purchase Pizza Possum real fast, and then we'll get back to it. Okay. I gotta do this, cause we gotta play Pizza Possum after this. But yeah, with Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, I kind of hated it for a while, because at the very end, when those, like, the Pokemon okay, sorry. I agree. Purchase. Yeah! Yeah! Pizza Possum! Pizza Possum. Pizza Possum. Where's Pizza Possum? I guess it didn't go. No! Where's Pizza Possum? Don't mean me. Don't mean me, Steam. Don't mean me. I don't have Pizza Possum. I like the Gremlin universe where your Cubone can be found Gremlin wearing any kind of Pokemon skull. Yeah! I like that. I like that idea. When you completely misspell everything. Guys, this is so frustrating. Okay. I'm gonna leave this up. Okay. And we're gonna continue this, and I'll try to deal with. So I did purchase it. Yeah, I know. Like, I don't know. things are weird. Okay. Okay. But I've stated that I like platinum and diamond purple. Purple? Diamond and pearl. Because I don't know, I really enjoyed it. I don't love the things where they depend on you like playing at certain times. That's annoying. I do change my time when I play on my DS. Completely okay for the US. The kill and dismember what? Hold on, what? Kill and dismember Pokemon part. For some reason, a scene where mother slaps her daughter on the cheek. It was too. Oh yeah. 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 You must be weird, yo. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. I don't like time-based shenanigans that are based on real-world time. Because what if I don't want to play right now? What if I don't want to play? What if I don't want to play when it's time to play? Okay, this one is where people are gonna dislike what I gotta say. I like the fact that it's basically entirely new Pokemon in Black and White. I do enjoy it. Same as with Ruby, Sapphire, Emeralds, etc. I don't think that the story was anything good. Just for the new Pokemon though, I will put it in A tier because I actually really enjoy new Pokemon. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put things like these in B tier, not because they're necessarily worse, but because with both Emerald and Platinum, you got to play through kind of both sides with an entirely new legendary. So I'm kind of gonna put them there. Alright, but this is how we're gonna kind of decide it, right? I don't think that Black and White had groundbreaking groundbreaking things. I think it's it's a Rayquaza with a folded chair. Exactly. You get it. You understand. Ooh, it's a plus on the phone. I hope it works. We'll find out live whether Pizza Blossom work on Linux. But yeah, I don't think that it was. I almost feel like they had some good ideas with Black and White's story, but they didn't. It's not that good. I will, just because we haven't been focusing on the story at all, I will put it in A tier for the same reason that the other two are in A tier. There's a lot of new Pokemon. I enjoyed it. I liked the region. I'm disappointed that they didn't have an opossum Pokemon, but I do understand not understanding why opossums are amazing. Okay? Hi Sam, how's it going? In is the quote-unquote antagonist. Not really antagonist, but sort of antagonist. Might be a Zorua, who knows? Sorry, Zoroark. There are theories. We didn't play Black and White 2, so, and I think, are they on the list? If they're on the list, yeah, they're here. They're in the haven't played, because we didn't play them. Okay, now we're going to talk about X and Y. X and Y. X and Y are games they're the first Pokemon games that I played at the time that they were meant to be played. They came out, I already had a 3DS. Goji gave me Pokemon Y, I gave him Pokemon X. And that was the first time I had a Pokemon game that I was always, okay, have a good day, I'll try and enjoy. That I was able to play the Pokemon game as intended. And so I did really enjoy a lot of elements. I enjoyed the mini games. I enjoyed caring for the Pokemon. I had a blast just collecting ghosts. But it was the most fucking boring of any of the Pokemon. And it is gonna go in D tier. It is a D tier Pokemon game. Not because of the Pokemon available. The Pokemon available are good. Not because of the minigames. The minigames are great. They really are. But the game, the pacing is off. They really went because people, I guess, really latched on to stories in black and white. But I think they tried to go like full bore with X and Y into story stuff, and it just didn't hit. It was, they increased the number of little, what's it called? They increased the number of things that they're trying with plot, with cutscenes, all of that, and it just wasn't good. The Team Flare was kind of a dud. It was just not fun. For me, the best part of Pokemon X and Y, aside from ghosts, is playing with the ghosts. I want to play with my ghosts. I want to pet them. I want to feed them treats. I want to play games with them. Everything else, not as good as the other Pokemon games. Like, I would argue that the insistence on plot put X and Y even below the first games that really didn't have plot. Like, it had a plot, but it didn't have a plot. You know what I mean? You go what I'm saying. And then we come to Sun and Moon, which has one of my personal favorite Pokemon, Mimikyu. But and they added a whole bunch of stuff. They added a whole bunch of new Pokemon, which are amazing. I love the new Pokemon. They're great. A whole new region. They really, really went out of their way with this one to ratchet up the graphics and all of that. But the plot was even worse than X and Y. Like, X and Y was boring. Sun and Moon was annoying. And we timed the ending, like the ending cutscene, from the point that you can last play until credits, and it's like 20 minutes. And most of it is just people standing and waiting. There's so much of this game. The first stream, and I still have it, so I might actually put it up on the VOD channel. The first stream that we did in Sun and Moon was 4 hours long. And we didn't even get to the point where we could just play. That's a problem. That's an issue. And I get startup time for Sword and Shield and Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet is large. But okay, how to put this? So with Sun and Moon, you are in cutscene hell. for almost 4 hours before they turn you loose. And then it's like start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, constantly throughout the game. There is no point in that game that I felt happy to just roam. Where in every other one of these games, if I was like, oh man, I kind of really want to go back to that region, I can just go. Right? I can just go. But no. This was just constant start stop. And here's where we get into even more controversial. With the quality of life stuff, and the in my experience, improved gameplay, I would actually put Sword and Shield in A tier. Okay? I'll put Sword and Shield in A tier. I know there was a lot of controversy around it. They lied about a ton of shit. But I don't even care about the story. That was an A tier game. There are so many ghosts that they let you just roam for a lot of it. I like it. I like it. Now, we have not played Pokemon Arceus on stream. We will. We'll get to it. But we haven't played it because I don't consider it part of mainline games. And like let's go Eevee, let's go Pikachu. Those are kind of remakes of Gen 1, but in a way that is annoying to me, so I didn't play them. And we didn't do the like sequels of Sun and Moon and Black and White. We didn't do the remakes of Diamond and Pearl. I don't even know what this one is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know what this one is. We are going to play Pokemon Coliseum because we reached that goal. So we didn't play the remakes. The only remakes, kind of like remasters that we did were Fire Red and Heart Gold. Everything else we played as released, essentially, right? But Sword and Shield, very much love. Arceus. Because of the different Pokemon, the playing with the genre, and the new gameplay things, I'm gonna put Arceus in S tier. Look! It has a ghost normal type, okay? It has a ghost normal type. I love this game. You get to roam around, you just get to catch Pokemon. I don't like that I can't walk from one region to the next. I don't like that I have to, like, it's the Monster Hunter style thing of you have to go back to the base town, and then go back out, and then go back, and then go back. I don't like that. And I don't really give a shit about the story. All the new ghosts. I love them. I love them so much. I did like fighting the Pokemon in a way that was not just throwing Pokemon at them. I wish you could do more of just throwing Pokemon at Pokemon and catching them in Scarlet and Violet. I wish they had carried that forward, but they didn't. They didn't. We will be playing Arceus sometime after we're done playing through all the ones that we're getting in these goals. And, also, other controversial take, probably hot take. Scarlet and Violet, S tier. This is the first Pokemon game where I actively cared about the story. when I played the story on my own, it made me cry. Like, the night that I finished main story, like, the entire story, getting to post-game things, but, like, finished hit credits, I cried. I went out to Goji, because Goji was still on his computer, and I was like, Goji! And I hugged him, and I told him about it, and he's just like, uh-huh. Yeah, why are you... It's a Pokemon game. Why are you crying? I liked... I also like that, like... Okay, so it does suffer from the same problem in a way that both Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield suffer from, which is it has a big cutscene block. Between the point that you start the game and are just kind of set free. Whomstever, there is a large point between when you get your first Pokemon and when you get to the first town where the cutscene block happens, that you can just, like, go around and catch Pokemon. It's free. It's free. It's free. I enjoyed the story. Well, I enjoyed parts of the story. Some parts were dumb. Some parts were just, like, hella dumb. But the ending was very impactful to me. I love Rhyme as a ghost type leader. Love all the new ghosts. Love all the new Pokemon. The new Pokemon were actually very good. See, I don't feel like it was broken up into different areas. I felt like it was different quest lines. And being somebody who really likes RPGs, it's easier for me to contextualize it in that way. Like, oh, this is the next part in this quest. I don't know. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. The music was the best I have experienced in a Pokemon game, no doubt. I do enjoy the new way of Pokemon. I like that there's not random battles. Random battles annoy me. I don't like... Larry is awesome. I like Larry. But I also really like Ryan. Because she has great taste in Pokemon. Let's see. Also, who cannot love the adorable little dog? A dog. Just dancing. Who cannot love him? You don't love him, you have no soul. Because the dog ate it. The dog ate your soul. That's an acceptable reason. It's an acceptable reason. But yeah, I think that this is a proper tier for that. I understand if you don't agree with me. That is not for bait. This is my opinion. This is not chat voted on. I don't really like Alolan Soulbow. I don't know. And again, I do feel like the inclusion of things like Mimikyu doesn't entirely make sense. Just because there are certain Pokemon that just don't make sense to be there. But they are there, and I do love them, so I'm not mad. But this is also the first game. Okay, another take. This is the first game where I've had friends that I can trade with. And all these other times, I've had friends who play Pokemon, but none of us had like link cables or anything like that, and we come and trade Pokemon. Or we didn't close. we didn't live close to each other, so we couldn't do the trade or whatever the reason we couldn't do trade. Now I have friends. Now I can do Pokemon. I have. It also actually makes me want to fill up my Pokedex. This is the first game that makes me want to fill up my Pokedex. Because I'm like, what? I missed that. They're in this region, I have to go back for them. I don't like the sandwich, mostly because it shakes apart reality. Maybe that's the reason I should like the sandwich, but I don't. So, I like the curry batter from Sword and Shield. Sever. I feel like the egg system is better in Scarlet and most of the systems are better in Scarlet and Violet. It's just good. No, I like Scarlet and Violet in that you see the Pokemon, it's not just random. And you get to roam around and get Pokemon. And they tell you kind of like this area where these Pokemon might spawn. Okay, that is my thing. That is my full and unadulterated opinions on Pokemon. Now, I don't think we're gonna be redoing this after we do Pokemon Coliseum because I don't know what it will just be ranking this. We are gonna play Pokemon Coliseum though. We have to because we reached that goal. Here we go. Now we can go back here and adjust things. I don't know what I'm looking at. That's what I'm looking at. There we go. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna burp. You can see it on the screen now. Actually, I can show you guys. We're doing September. We've been doing it all month. This is last week. We have gotten all the way through 40 subs. So the next goal is the 50 subs for this Hour stream. We have gotten Pokemon Coliseum, so the next bit goal is Resident Evil. If we get 6 hours, then the next goal is Baldur's Gate 1, which I don't think I'll do a full playthrough of because I don't actually enjoy it. Well, no, Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna be a guaranteed thing. I'm not gonna put that behind a goal because that's a guaranteed play. I'm planning out my solo run on for a stream right now, actually. Doing a test run on my own. Yeah, I just finished my first solo run of Baldur's Gate 3 at 219 hours. Escaped! It did escape. I have over 50% of the achievements. I may or may not have slept with an elephant. I scraped the game Necro so that I could do all the things. I'm playing with my neck friend. Okay, we're gonna go burp. We're gonna do a burp. And then when we come back, we are gonna play Pizza Possum. Okay? It means that you go through like every part of the map that you can get to. to try and get through all of the different story elements and catch things. Yeah. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. Get a snack, get a drink, stretch your leggies. I will be back in just a moment.